Hey, my fans. So I'm here for a just an update in general on music, what's going on and why I haven't released anything in 4 or 5 months now. Um, so as you know, in like earlier this year, I put out three mixtapes: Arsenal 1, 2, and 3. It's a series of unreleased songs from the years 2022 to 2024. Um, from songs like Villain to Backstabber to, you know, uh, what other songs are there? Never Forget This Remix. Um, all kinds of songs. And that was kind of my excuse to put out something so I had more time. Um, the reason is just gonna be straight up honest. The last relationship I was in, it kind of drained me out. Um, I'm not gonna throw shots, but it just a lot of stuff happened, and I wasn't making the best decisions, and she wasn't either. So, that didn't help. And then I was going through my, just not depression, but just, mental stuff. And I just didn't feel like recording. Honestly, I didn't feel like writing. Was a writer's block. I didn't feel like letting out what I felt. Which is why you haven't seen anything like actually new for me and like this year. But I want to give good news, and the good news is I'm making songs again. Um, I've made a few so far, and all of them, I love them. I love the concepts. I love the tracks, and it feels like a good return to the Jangles that people expect from me and that I expect for myself. So with that, my my first announcement is I will be making another album. I'm not gonna give out the name. I don't have a show release date. I don't know how many tracks it will be or anything like that, but I'm in the process of making an album. You can expect it like either at the end of this year or early next year. But yeah, making songs. I love them, and I want to make an album out of it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know if there'll be any like songs from Arsenal 2 or 3 that make it onto there. Maybe. I don't know. Or if I rework some of the tracks. I don't know. That's just gonna have to be up to like how the songs turn out and what direction I want the album to go in. Now for the, if I'm gonna be honest, kind of bigger news. Like, not even for myself, but just in general. So about a month ago, like mid to late July, I finally got a bank account, which means that I now finally have my own money and I can spend it on whatever I want and get what I can with my budget, which means that I can now finally put music onto streaming platforms. Now the reason why I couldn't was because I didn't have a bank account and I didn't have a card, meaning that one, I couldn't pay for the distribution company, which is BandLab, because that's where I record and everything. So why not? I, couldn't pay the distribution company so that I could put music onto streaming platforms, but I also couldn't get paid. And the kind of the whole point of streaming platforms is to get something, even if it's $1, right? If you're a really small artist. But yeah, I'm gonna be finally putting songs onto streaming platforms. My plan behind it is starting September 1st, which is probably when you'll see this. I'm going to be, just slowly putting songs, singles and albums and mixtapes, onto streaming platforms, or at least getting them set. So that, one, it will be, out there on more platforms than ever, but also I can finally start making money off of it. You can listen to it on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, I think Tidal, streaming platforms like that. And I can get, my money, when you guys listen to it, and, that will be awesome. When, now the question is, when can you expect all the songs to be on streaming platforms? That just depends on the schedule, because senior year, it's going to be a lot, and I just trying to be a full-on adult and get my life in order. If I had to kind of estimate, sometime in October, probably. Maybe late September, but I kind of doubt it, because there's a lot of songs that I have to, it takes a lot of work, and I have, God, how many songs do I have now? Close to 200 songs? Definitely over 100 from albums alone, and then especially, from 2021 to 2022, 23, I just put out a crap ton of singles that never made it onto albums. So, it's definitely gonna be exciting, and, I'm up for it. Now I just kind of need to, start putting them on there. I'm not gonna give anything else away, but yeah, I'm excited, and I'm excited for the both Jangles hype train to start back up, because I miss it. I miss, rapping. I miss freestyling, and I want to get back to that as much as I can, because even at the school, there's some cool, good musicians, and I think it'd be cool to collab with some of them. I don't know, but we'll see how it goes this year, and definitely next year, and we'll go from there. So don't worry, I'm good, I'm alive, and I should be getting more music out to you guys soon. And all the previous songs I released should be on streaming platforms at some point, probably October. Yeah, that'll be it. And keep listening to my songs until then. See you on the first single.